So here's the chickens. How big they're getting. Looks like Lizzie's panting. See how her little cheeks are so red? I think he's getting hot. Might have to dip her. Anyway, this is what our normal grass looks like, right? It's been like this for years. Pretty lush. This area gets the same water as the other areas. Okay, you see a dog pee spot. So let me show you this side yard. And that's Gunner panting. So here's our side yard. It's the same amount of water. This has always been as lush, if not more lush. And you can see what's happened to certain areas of it. This is bad. This is absolutely just gone. And this was getting the same water. And see, you can tell it's not a water issue because look, there's grass right there. This is green, right? So this is not a water issue. You can see over there. But see how these areas still look pretty good right here? Right here, those things popping up. And they seem to come into those areas that die off. I can show you best in the front yard what we see, and it kind of comes in stages. There's another area in front. So this area right here was all replanted last fall with new turf. And look at what it looks like. Again, it gets water from that sprinkler, and there's another sprinkler that's right there that it gets water from. So this has got double water. And if you look at the ground, you can still see the ground's moist. Right? But see what I was talking about ants? You see that one hauling its whatever around? These ants get into these areas, and we don't know if it's the start of it or the end of it. But if I dig under this, it's going to be full of ants. So, this is the final step. So, this is like the third step. Now see here, these little patchy areas that are coming out. That's when it starts getting bad, is when those start happening. And now, let me find you some of the red thread. I think I can see it here. So it's relatively new. This would be the first stage. But see this red stuff in here? Hope it shows up on camera. That's what starts it. So this area will be, and this is like stage 2. See here, it just starts looking dead. And this was just super green 2 weeks ago. I have a sprinkler right here. Look how green that is. This all gets the same amount of water. But look at it like this. You can kind of see the red in it? Kind of looks almost rusty. That's the stuff they call red thread. This is a little more advanced right here. And you do get areas that look like urine damage, like that, for example. But it's not. It's the front yard. That's the issue we're facing. I don't know if it's the same as yours, but it's just kind of what we've noticed. And even the composition of the grass changes. See how thin and spindly this is? And our grass has always been like this, where it's like real thick and lush. The stalks of grass themselves are thick and green, but it just starts deteriorating over time. You can see some of that red right there. Now this was just mowed, but there was some of those green, or those mushroomy, toadstooly like things popping up. But see that sparseness? See those spots? That tells me that this spot is going to end up like that spot. So, we don't know. Fertilizer company says they're getting enough fertilizer on it. We know we're getting enough water. They're saying it's a water issue, but it's not. I mean, right next, these get watered by the same sprinklers, and it's right next to it. So why would this be green and this not? Doesn't make any sense. There's Caleb's. This is kind of doing the same thing. He just gave up on it though. He quit watering even. But he started out with the same thing. Dawn, who lives across the street, I don't know if you can see it, but right out there is a round spot. That did what this is doing. He cut it out, and then he used Roundup on it to kill it, and it's just weeds now. Even though it's green, it's weeds. And then he's had his yard serviced by Senski, so I think a different fertilizer, but his didn't go any further. He hasn't had any issues since he cut that out, so that's a thought too. So anyway, I hope this helps.